Agile Change Development, we have taught from the outset, NCD is not a quick fix. NCD is a process. Don't expect changes overnight. NCD takes time. There is certainly truth in each of these statements, but nevertheless, from my present perspective, I regard this one-sided teaching as a gross mistake, maybe one of the most fatal mistakes I have personally made. Why? Well, objectively, it's certainly not wrong to distinguish between things you can achieve in the short run and those you can expect to achieve in the long run. And if we only have these two categories, NCD is rightly positioned as a process that helps you achieve your long-term goals. And this distinction is relevant because when you work on long-term goals, you often have to accept short-term pain to get there. In the short run, you may have to leave your comfort zone, which is rather unpleasant, but in the long run, you enhance your comfort zone, and so in the end, you feel more comfortable than ever before. And yet, I have stopped completely to teach about long-term and short-term goals. Why? Because I have learned how people tend to translate these categories. They translate short-term by immediately and long-term by never. So whenever I speak about long-term results that can be achieved by applying NCD, people may continue to listen to me out of intellectual interest because they really cannot be against long-term results, but there is another part in their personality that has completely stopped to listen to me because this part consistently translates my mentioning of long-term as never and so as irrelevant. In our leadership tools, I've drawn practical consequences out of this insight. Rather than speaking about long-term and short-term results, I speak about what can be achieved in 2 minutes. Well, it's much more than nothing if we use these 2 minutes wisely. Or what can be achieved in 20 minutes. That's 10 times as much, 1000% more. It's a considerable time investment. Or what can be achieved in 90 minutes. What in 3 hours? What in 5 weeks? What in 9 months? And I speak both about the 2 minutes results and the 9-month results in very precise and realistic terms, usually based on our research. Especially in the area of leadership development, I have learned that many of the changes that are necessary really don't take an eternity. In many cases, astonishing results can be expected much quicker than most of us would believe. We simply have to do the right things. And we have to be consistent. Sometimes I would like to say stubborn in doing them.